Hello and welcome to the Tottenham America channel. Today we'll be going over Tottenham's huge 2-1 win over Everton on Christmas Eve to give them a beautiful 3 points going into Christmas break. Tottenham will now sit in 4th place after the big win, pending Liverpool and Man City results. Tottenham started the game off really brightly. The first goal came in the 9th minute when Brennan Johnson slid a ball across the box and Richarlison was first to pounce, getting his foot onto the end of it to put it past Pickford and get his team in front of his old team, Everton. He showed that in his celebration, being a long-time toffee man for Everton. Then, in the 18th minute, Heung-min Son made it 2. Porro took a corner short, and then Johnson played a 1-2 with Kulusevski. His shot was parried away by Pickford, but Son was there to slot the shot into the bottom corner, and Tottenham were up 2-0 and flying. It looked like it was going to be 3, 4, maybe even 5 today, but that's really where it ended for Spurs, because after that, Tottenham were barely able to string any passes together, and Everton were basically flying. They were attacking at every single chance they got, forcing it into the box. By the end of the first half, Everton had far more touches in the opposition box than we did. And it didn't really end in anything in the first half. It stayed Tottenham 2, Everton 0. Vicario getting a couple of crucial saves against Gomez, Harrison, and Calvert-Lewin to keep Spurs clean sheet in the first half. And Tottenham went into the break 2 goals up with a clean sheet. The big change came at the halftime point when Romero was taken off. He was seen nursing his hamstring with ice, and Eric Dyer was slid back in. And I think this might have been the changing point because we definitely got weaker in defense, because the second half was literally exactly the same. The whole idea of the second half was just Everton pushing forward and forward and forward and forward, trying to get any sort of a goal, and they did eventually. Besides the 51st minute goal ruled out for a foul from Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Andre Gomez, the man who dislocated his ankle a couple years ago versus Spurs, pulled one back. Andre Gomez ran onto the ball after Danjuma was trying to keep it alive and drilled his shot first time across goal and into the far corner past Vicario. It was 2-1 in the 82nd minute, and Spurs had nothing left. They were dying very quickly. There was almost zero passing efficiency between our players. We were not able to get up the pitch very well. But there was a lot of effort in our subs. Lo Celso showed a lot of steam. Kulusevski on his third long. Højbjerg, of course. Son and Johnson never stopped running. So we were just able to hang in there. And honestly, it could have gone that we could have conceded a second, because in the 90+6th minute, Gomez switched it out to Garner on the right and then cushioned it into McNeil. McNeil picked out an unmarked Danjuma at the far post, and his volley hit the post, then Vicario's knee, and it was maybe an inch from being a goal. Goal line technology was used, and it was not a goal by only an inch. Tottenham survived these 3 points by an inch across that goal line. Tottenham have everything to thank for Guglielmo Vicario. He was absolutely unbelievable today, the key to everything we did, and he was really the only reason that we were able to keep that win today, because the rest of our defense was not really helping. A lot of mistakes across the back line. Davies was oddly poor in some of his passing. Pedro Porro made a lot of poor mistakes. I thought Emerson Royale was actually probably one of the best out of our back four. He was getting forward really well. And obviously, his lack of pace wasn't really exposed too much because he wasn't playing in a center back position. So he was allowed to kind of, that free realm to just continue attacking forward, which was really helpful for us. Got us up a lot of times on that left side. Romero definitely was walking with an injury. I could see it. He was not moving comfortably at all. So I think it's the smart decision to take him off. Midfield, Sarr and Skip, excellent industrious performance, especially from Sarr. Skip grew into it eventually, but Sarr was everywhere. His third lung was running, and he was really good today, I thought. And then our front three, Richarlison took his goal beautifully, Son took his goal beautifully, and Brennan Johnson was up and down that pitch incredibly. Like, he put in a really good shift. Should have had a goal, but he did put a ball over the top after Emerson crossed it in from the left side. Johnson just opened his ankle up too much, and the ball went sailing over the crossbar. Nonetheless, great performance from him. Kulusevski, I thought, made some poor decisions at times today. Nevertheless, industrious performance. He was running everywhere. But I just think that there were some decisions that he could have made a little better. Overall, I think it was a good game. It was really just the connections between our players was not working. There was no connectivity. We were misplacing passes way too much. Too many easy mistakes. And Vicario really sold us out here, because we could have gone 3-4 down. I mean, Everton were dominating the game. 18 shots over the whole game versus our 13. They had 18 shots, 8 on target, 6 on target for us. So we have all to thank for Guglielmo Vicario, because he did everything for us today. And really, that was the only reason that we stayed in it. But this is the type of game that we really need to win, you know. We saw in that 5-game losing streak that we had earlier in the season that we missed out on a lot of points there. Wolves, Aston Villa. Although Aston Villa looks like not as bad of a loss now than it was before. But that does not look good. West Ham, of course, we lost to them as well. Chelsea, that was a big unlucky game. So getting these points are crucial for us, because it's going to mean all the world in the leaderboard. And we're just going to have to keep this up, because Brighton is next. They've been in a terrible slump of form. Then Bournemouth on New Year's Eve. Burnley in the FA Cup, Manchester United. Then we have Brentford at home at the end of January. We visit Everton again. Then it's Brighton, Wolves, Chelsea, Crystal Palace, and then Aston Villa leads us into kind of a tough period of fixtures. We've got 2 or 3 more easy ones, and then we got Newcastle, Man City, Arsenal, and Liverpool back to back. So it's going to be an interesting rest of the season. We just have to capitalize on every chance we get. But that's it for our review of Tottenham's 2-1 win over Everton to push them into 4th place, of course, pending the result of Manchester City. If you enjoyed and want to see more Spurs content, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Comment down below what you think about Spurs' result today and their performance. And until next time, come on you Spurs!